Welcome to the Green Acres Academy, the school that brings together the best in education and helps every child achieve their true potential. Our family's commitment to education began nearly 60 years ago when my grandfather founded a school in his native village in Gujarat. This commitment has continued for 3 generations. The current generation believes that there is a huge need to educate the next generation of the Indian elite. We thus assembled the Acres Foundation, a collection of the best and brightest educators in the country. I myself followed up my undergraduate degree and my MBA with a Master's in Education from Johns Hopkins University. We don't just want to build the best school in Mumbai or the best school in Pune or even the best school in Maharashtra or the best school in India. We want to build institutions that are globally recognized and globally appreciated.
There is rising concern in India about the ability of schools to prepare students for the world as it is today and tomorrow. Students aren't learning to their full potential, and this is because of the poor quality of schooling. Most schools are still structured in a format that was designed over 100 years ago to meet the government and workplace needs of that time. It's no coincidence that our schools today look like assembly lines. But the workplace is changing every day. New kinds of jobs are being created. The world is dealing with different kinds of social problems. Schools need to be redesigned to prepare students for the economic and social realities of today. We need to teach kids to thrive in this dynamic environment so unique to the 21st century.
Throughout Indian history, we have been successful as a civilization when we are open to the best in the world and yet strong and confident in our roots. While there are many strengths in the Indian education system that lead us to dominating Wall Street, for example, or Silicon Valley, or heading Fortune 500 companies, there are also weaknesses that hold us back from achieving our true potential. I myself am a product of the ICSE system. In fact, I topped my own school. When I arrived in the US for my further studies, I found that I was far ahead of my peers in maths, in finance, in accounts. But I really struggled when it came to debate, paper writing. These are stories I heard from many of my peers from India who found themselves at top universities abroad. So, we wanted to find a scientific way to fix the gaps in the Indian educational system. So what is our school model? When I meet parents, I often ask them, what do you want for your kids? The first answer I normally get is, Rohan, we want them to do well in maths. We want them to be able to read well. We want them to be able to draw well. I ask them to go a little further, and they come back with, we want them to have a good job, go to a good university, graduate with good marks. I then ask them to zoom out a little. And when I push parents enough, the answer is always the same. They all say something to the extent of, we want our children to be balanced, happy, responsible adults who are able to navigate the world around them. Everything else is just a means to that end. This is what we try to create at the Green Acres Academy.
In order to reach this end, students must gain essential knowledge, skills, and conducive mindsets for learning. Also, they must be in charge of their lives. They should be empowered to make decisions about their future and have the confidence and the ability to see their plans through. Once students achieve this control, they must ensure that the direction they move in is ethical and moral towards their family, their neighborhood, their country, and the world. In short, we want students to display 21st century competencies, personal leadership, global citizenship, so that they can become change makers. We believe that to achieve this goal, we must transform the classroom into a teaching and learning space that has certain characteristics. First, we use teaching strategies that are based on current research, not opinion, conjecture, or intuition. The science of learning has grown and evolved tremendously over the past few decades. We know more about the human brain than ever before. We must leverage this knowledge to inform our classroom practice. Also, the use of technology is critical. When used thoughtfully, technology can help students learn better by allowing them to work at their own pace, by providing information through more engaging formats that promotes student creativity and fosters collaboration.
Traditionally, academics has been the strongest part of the Indian educational system. A strong base of knowledge and facts is critical to succeed in the world. However, we don't just need a bank of facts that we mug up, regurgitate in an exam, and then forget the next day. We all know that is useless. Instead, we believe that students must have a deep conceptual understanding